These next 9 minutes of information will change the whole entire trajectory of your entire life. This is what it has to do with acceptance. This is something that a lot of people think they're good at and they're not. And here's what I mean. I'm accepting of people. I accept that. I am open-minded. That's what a lot of people think acceptance is. But really what it is, it's much deeper than that. And you might already know this, but this is actually what acceptance is. Letting people choose what they want to choose despite what you want. That's it. It's simple, simply put. So how do we dig deep and actually do that? And how is this going to benefit you? Like, how is this going to change your life? I'll tell you. So if you actually dig deep and let people be who they are and don't internally hold on to anything about what you think they should be doing or should just be, you're freeing up space for you to go be what you think should be happening or should be. You have to let people be exactly who they are. You have to be okay with going on the path alone, and you have to be okay with people not joining you on your path. And also, this is the flip side that a lot of people miss the boat on here, is on the flip side of that, when others see what you're doing and realize, oh, that was a good idea. Well, that was great advice. And then want to do it. And I have found a lot of times people do this and they act like you never said anything about it. I've experienced that. I've seen other people experience it. I've had friends tell me they've experienced it. You will experience this if you go this path. Most people don't want to admit that they were wrong and anyone else was right in any way. So accept that too. And what you'll see happen is, it might not be in the first year of accepting people as they are and accepting people as they come and accepting people as they go and accepting situations for exactly what they are and not what you want them to be, and using them for exactly what they are, not what you make up they are. It might take a year for this cycle, but after that year of allowing people to be exactly who they are and give the credit to exactly wherever they want to give the credit to, and to give the attention to wherever they want to give the attention to, and to frame things however they want to frame things, they are literally going to start to look to you as a guide. And this typically, like for me, I found it took about a year of me really stepping back and just letting people. Because if you're someone who is like me and you research everything and you do things from experience and you aren't afraid to do things, you go after it, you take the risk, you take the chance, you try it. You can give advice to people as to what you think, or they can even ask you advice. Or you can even think like they should have done that or they should have done this, and all of that, all those thoughts, they're a waste of time. They will amount to nothing. And ultimately, it creates barriers in your own psyche and in your own being against other people and against situations, because you start to think of how they should have been or how they should be, and it creates kind of like a friction. Instead, start really truly adopting and fully embracing, saying your piece, respecting and accepting other people's ideas and piece, and completely 100% from there, let it go 100%. And this will change your life literally over time. This will change your life in the immediate, because you will have less stress, you'll have less worry, you will literally have less brain fog or just thoughts that lead to nothing. Like mulling over, she should have done this, or if a friend's doing something and you're like, they have the same problem every single 4 months in that situation, and like even thinking about it, right? It's a waste of time for your brain to create that pattern, which hopefully you break it and that stops being normal for your brain to think of. Because ultimately, you don't need to give that any attention. It's not going to grow you anything. It's not going to prosper. It's not going to progress. It's not going to change. So ultimately, just as much as someone else is stuck in a cycle, if you keep mulling it over and thinking about it and thinking how they should do this, you are also stuck in that same exact cycle, whether you want to look at it that way or not. That's what you're doing. So ultimately, by doing this, you are changing your entire psyche. And you're changing your psyche in a way where you are going to have more time for your brain to be progressive. You're going to have more time for your brain to plan how to be more action taking. And when you hear people around the bend potentially bring it up, and here's the thing, people are going to bring it up because they'll notice that you don't care as much as you did, because you're letting them go. You're letting them do whatever, and you're letting situations go. They might bring it back around because they're expecting you to actually give them that attention, and that might be part of the cycle they're used to and that they actually want. They're like, wow, why aren't they like, hey man, like you should really be doing this, like whatever, or this doesn't seem like a good idea, or this seems like a good idea, or whatever. They might be expecting that. When you don't do it, they might actually be like, well, it's just on me, you know? It's just me if I want to keep doing it. And after a few months of continually bringing up the same thing and she or he isn't responding or seemingly caring, well, I don't even know if I want to bring it up anymore. But now they're just going through that problem by themselves. So maybe they might look at it. And that's kind of how that works. In business, with friends, relationships, anything, strongly suggest just accept them wherever they're at. Give your 2 cents if asked. Aside from that, let it go. Accept if they do it, accept if they don't, accept if they don't want more advice, accept if they do want more advice, accept if they change, accept if they don't, accept if they come back around and say your idea was their idea, accept if they come back around and say your idea was your idea and thanks you for it. Like, just accept wherever people are at, wherever events or processes or people are at. The only thing you can do is focus on you, make your experience of life what you want it to be, and you have to accept where it is, because with what you're doing, you're gonna get a certain style of living, and if you don't like it, you have to change a habit you're doing. But that is a whole different topic of how to actually build the life of your dreams, which is the next video if you want to check it out.